Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Our next speaker, Ms Yap CH, she's a hypnotherapist and counselor. She will give a talk on understanding mental health conditions in general. Ms Yap, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ms Yap. Okay, I'm deeply honored to be invited as a speaker among such very experienced experts today. Let's see. So this is my textbook 24 years ago while I'm studying applied psychology in Taiwan. So we kind of make fun of this subject because the Mandarin name of this subject is 变态心理学. Funny, huh? It's okay. So, however, I cannot remember a thing that I have taught in this course 20 plus years ago. But I always remember what the professor said on the very first day at the very beginning of the class. She said, please do not go see a psychiatrist or psychologist after my class, just because you found that you have all the symptoms of particular abnormality listed in this textbook. So when shall we seek help? The professor said when the symptoms has affected your ability to study, to work, or to take care of your daily needs. Basically, it's if the symptoms has caused dysfunction of one's daily life. I'm not practicing after graduate. I become a full-time mother. However, I keep this in mind that I try not to label anyone just because that someone is different or special. I do not assume anyone or myself have certain kind of illness unless it has affected one's daily function or has been properly diagnosed. However, while I was doing my hypnotherapy and counseling internship these few years, when I have the chance to talk to my clients, I started to wonder. My professor said that 24 years ago, and she's a Taiwanese. Does it applicable now, while we have so much, we can access to huge information 24 hours a day, and with all the gadgets, all the social platforms, all the online games, and especially after global COVID lockdown. And in Malaysia context, because we have in Malaysia, not just our cultural background difference, in Malaysia we have very different health care system comparing to Taiwan. Okay, so let's visit this question later. So this is a picture I copied from a book. The name of the book is down there. It is about a book regarding mental illness. I'm not going to talk about diagnosis. I like how the author explained mental health conditions as a spectrum in this interesting way. So for this one, it's about depression. The author explained this as how much sorrow a person holds. So we can see, while it is too less or it is too much, it's considered dangerous. So when it is too less, the person is considered to be shallow. This can make them hard to learn from their mistakes, hard to understand other people's feeling. And on the other hand, someone who is in the other end, who is overly sad, deeply despair, who might overthink about everything and feeling stuck and overwhelmed, even suicidal, which is super dangerous. This one is about anxiety. So between the two extremes, it is considered problematic. So when we will have too less vigilance, too less cautiousness, we will act reckless, which will cause us to lose our life, like the one who are walking on the tightrope without any safety precautions. It can lead to reckless and dangerous decisions that might endanger their own or other people's lives. So when there's too much anxiety, we are very familiar with that. Like the person in the picture wearing a helmet, gloves, boots, knee pads, and a pillow, yet still afraid and still feel unsafe. This can be equally problematic. I think we have seen this very often, especially after the COVID pandemic. Some people still having great fear to get into crowd or over flu. In fact, we have seen two extremes during COVID. While some people continue to have parties and gatherings before the vaccine was available and hospital was flooding with fatal cases. It seems they have too less of it. So looking at these illustrations, that our emotion, it reminds us that our emotions, even a negative one, they actually have a positive purpose. Just like all our bodily function, our emotions, they exist to keep us safe, healthy, productive, and they promote our growth. For example, cautiousness is necessary to avoid danger. Anxiety is to tell our body and mind that something is dangerous might happen, that arouse the autonomic nervous system in order to elicit the fight or flight response so we can save ourselves in time. Okay, so let's go back to the first question. When should we see a psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, therapist, any professional, mental health professional? How do we know when to seek help? In my opinion, it should be whenever you want to. Whenever you feel stuck or feel uncomfortable, feel lost, and your usual stress relief strategies are not working. Life is unpredictable and the world is ever-changing. Our emotions and health constantly fluctuate, sometimes a bit to the left, sometimes a bit to the right, and we all strive to keep balance, to strive, to survive, to be healthy, to enjoy life, to feel safe, and to grow. This is all we want. So as the picture I showed just now, your discomfort might due to your emotional state moving closer to problematic zone because of a certain level of certain events or triggers. Or there, some changes happens to your physical conditions, like what Dr. Albert has shared. So everyone has different sensitivities. You do not need to wait until you enter the danger zone to seek help. Of course, you can take initiatives to exercise, to eat healthier, get more sunlight, take a vacation, meditate, or learn something new. You can explore how others deal with the similar situations, and you can seek help, talk to a mental health professional, get proper diagnosis, or gain new understanding about yourself and learn new ways to deal with stress, like what Dr. Quack have just shared. So prevention is always better than cure. Okay, this boy. I think I want to use this one. Okay, this boy, he can wake up 7 a.m. all by himself on a Sunday morning when he knows he's going to Legoland that day. However, it takes 3 alarm clocks and 2 parents to wake him up every day just to get him to go to school. This sounds common, right? Our children tend to do that. Okay, so after 10 years, when the little boy grew into a teenager, around Form 3, every morning his mother wake him up at 5:45 a.m. He'll wake up, dress himself, refreshed everything, and he sit into the sofa, continue to sleep while waiting for his school bus. So when the school bus is arriving, before the bus arrived at the front door, he will already wake up, grab his bag, wear his shoe, go into the bus, and according to the boy, he will continue to sleep for another 30 minutes until he arrives at school. This sound familiar? This is self-hypnosis. Okay, the boy has tried to keep himself in a relaxed state after he wakes up. After he wakes up, we are still kind of drowsy a bit. He prevents himself from widely awake. Doing the routine he wants to do, brush his teeth, maybe eyes not wide open, he keep himself relaxed. Wear everything and go to the sofa, poop, go into deep relaxation, continue his dream. So when his conscious is down, his subconscious is up, which is highly suggestible. It's a sleep-like state, so heightened suggestibility, oh, that one already covered. He focused his attention, meaning he only paid minimal attention to irrelevant stimuli. That means if there's a fire happen, he will wake up. If his mother go and poke him a little, he won't. He is sleeping, but he already give himself, his subconscious, a suggestion that he's going to gain another deep sleep before he starts school. So when he's in this state, his subconscious is up, conscious is down, his senses still working. When he hear the bus engine from far, he'll wake up. This is how it works for the little boy. When he knows he's going to Legoland, that's why he wake up, because his subconscious said, we are going to wake up. We are not going to let our parents have excuse. Okay, so this is how it works. This is hypnosis. So the character of hypnosis are focused attention, sleep-like state, sometimes hypnotic state, we call it trance state, and heightened suggestibility, meaning at this stage, our mind can accept beneficial suggestions easier. There are different ways to explain hypnosis. So let's look at this chart about brainwaves. Some will explain it by using nervous system. This will be much simpler. So let's look at this chart about brainwaves. Thanks to the advancement of technology, scientists and researchers can observe our brainwaves and brain activities while we were experiencing different stimuli, how our brainwaves show when we were asleep and how we wake up. So while we were explaining different stimulus while meditating, and also some group of people with special conditions, they can observe their brain activity comparing to normal people. So brain waves occur at various frequencies, with slower waves make us feel tired or dreamy, and faster waves make us feel alert or hyper. So in this chart, it shows brain waves while we were in different state of consciousness and the characters of that state. While we were at normal waking state, our brain waves fall within the range 13 to 30 hertz per second, which is there, beta waves. So assume all of us is at that state, or maybe some not. You can observe. So when we fall into sleep from this normal waking state, our brain waves will slow down gradually through alpha, through theta, and poof into delta, meaning deeply asleep. So when we talk about hypnosis or trance state, it is about to get ourselves into a deep, relaxed state while our brain waves will be around alpha and theta, which is also what is shown when someone is on light meditation to deep meditation state. So hypnosis is a common state that we experience when waking up from sleep and falling asleep. We go through it every day, many times. Some people pass through this state very quickly without noticing. Someone will hit the pillow, go in straight into delta. Some go it slowly from phase to phase, and some are trying to reach it on purpose through meditation, creativity, or sports. So it means that we want ourselves to be awake, to relax, to deeply relax, but we do not want to go into sleep. This is deep meditation, right? or else we are going to sit. So you can observe yourself, see around, look around. If there's someone here around you, looking up here, eye wide open, not really responding very properly, already at alpha waves. Consider we already have a long time after three sessions of seminars. If you observe someone there doing this, meaning very high possibility the person is drifting theta, delta, theta, delta, theta, delta. Okay, so when we talk about hypnosis, it's about getting ourselves or the client into this early alpha to deep theta waves where we are very relaxed. So don't be afraid. Dr. Woon keeps saying that be careful, I'm going to hypnotize you all. No, it's not going to happen. So, sound challenging to stay awake but not doing any data processing. Our children, they are experts. They can get into daydreaming very easily, which is around that relaxed state. Our children, they are experts. We are born with this ability. Parents and teachers struggles to get them back to beta so they can do information processing, they can do logical thinking, so they can complete their homework. So, next. So most psychotherapy and counseling techniques is about, it emphasizes more, but not all, but most of it is about how our conscious mind processes information that leads to certain thoughts and feelings that leads to certain behavior, or vice versa. We utilize our conscious mind, how our conscious mind works, to change certain behavior or change certain thinking pattern. For example, the creative way of using rewards and punishment to change the behavior, or consciously learn how to adjust our perspective, like how Dr. Quek has just shared, how to change our perspective looking at the more positive side, so to let us have a better, let us feel better about our emotions. For hypnotherapy, it is about utilizing this natural phenomena of our subconscious mind to achieve what we want to get to. So when we are using our conscious mind to get through some issues, isn't it will be even better if both our minds work together? So when you see a hypnotherapist, please do not expect that it works like, I want to start feeling depressed. The hypnotherapist is not going to say, yes, of course. Lie down, sleep. Stop feeling depressed. 1, 2, 3, up, done. It's not happen like that. To achieve your desired condition, to get yourself feel better, or to achieve certain goal, or to increase your performance, it is essential to build a trusting relationship between the client and the therapist, or else you will feel you were afraid that you got scammed. This involves understanding your health history, your past experience, your emotional and physical feelings, interactions with your surroundings, discussing about your goal and desired outcome, and identify the root cause of your issue. During this process, the hypnotherapist will guide you to train you, learn how to go in and out of the relaxed state to get the ideal results. Here is a simple way to practice self-hypnosis. So for those who have been practicing meditation, who has been very expert in getting in and out of the relaxation, this will seem unnecessary, but you can play along to experience how it's like. So for For the first few days, 3 to 5 days, maybe, you practice this nighttime. When you have done everything, you lie in bed ready to sleep. This is when you practice it. You repeat 10 times. Repeat 10 times of a positive suggestion. You lie in bed, raise your hand, pressing your finger. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Of course, you can change the statement. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day, every way, I'm getting better and better. Until you complete your right hand, and you start with your left hand. When you complete 10 times, drop your hand, you can continue going to sleep. The reason to practice this, to press your fingers, is to prevent you into delta state. Before you count 5 times, you're already fallen asleep. So this is to train ourselves to be at that state without falling totally asleep. So after about 3 to 5 days, you can add in step 2 for 7 days. This is to practice 7 days, 2 times a day. Morning, noon, early evening, choose your convenient time. Sit in a chair, focus on a spot slightly higher above your eye level. Your eye level is here. Look up a little bit. Lock at one spot and look at it. Do not raise your chin, just raise your eyesight. Take 3 deep breaths. On the 3rd deep breath, you inhale, hold for 3 seconds, exhale, close your eyes. Okay, this one we can do it together. And you will slowly count down from 25 to 1. It will be better with visualization because our subconscious mind is better with images. You can visualize on the screen, on a whiteboard, or on a TV screen, the number changing. Okay, so let's try this together. Sit in a comfortable place. Look at one spot slightly above your eye level without your chin raised. Okay, let's start with the deep breathing. Breathe in. 1. Breathe out. Second breathe in. Breathe out, looking at the spot slightly above your eyesight. 3rd deep breath, breathe in. Hold. 2, 3. Breathe out. Slowly close your eyes. Slowly started to count from 25 to 1. 25. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, until you reach 1. You were already in a very relaxed state. You will feel very comfortable, very relaxed. Feel free to stay in it for a while. So when you are ready to wake, you can count from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. You can open your eyes and proceed with the talk. Feeling great? Anyone unable to wake up? Okay, so this is to practice at least 7 days. Add in the pre-sleep technique, you still do it at night, and step 2 you will carry on for 7 days. Then you can do step 3, replacing step 2. So step 3 is to get your own customized suggestions. So you can write a customized suggestions on a card. The criteria will be, it should be positive, it should be simple, it's believable, measurable with a reward. So the example, every day I become more confident, I feel proud and happy, which is a reward, to speak up and sharing a new idea every day. So you are going, for this one, you are going to do, it's very similar to step 2, except you are going to have the suggestion customized all by yourself. When you see a hypnotherapist, what we do is that through communication, we find out the root cause of your issue or the thing that you wanted to change. We find out your emotional and physical reaction towards certain things, certain issue. We find the most effective way to customize the suggestion, then induce into a deep relaxation. We will implant the customized suggestions for you. Thus, your subconscious mind understands what your conscious minds really want. And you will feel less challenged while you're striving to get a positive change. Okay, so for the third one, you're going to raise the card in front of you above your eye level. Just now it's about looking at a spot, but this time it's about looking at the card. The card put slightly above your eye level. The reason we do that is that my hypnotist instructor said because it is to make our eyes tired. So when you close your eyes, you feel the relaxation spread through your face to your whole body. But for NLP, what I learned about in NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming, while we were looking up, while our eyes looking up, it activates our brain area of visualization. So perhaps both works. So you're going to raise that card, read the statement 3 times, then drop the card and take 3 deep breaths like just now, and allow the suggestion to repeat in your subconscious mind. It might be the visualization of you successfully achieve what you want, or it can just be like a television screen listing out the sentence. It's okay if you feel it's fragmented. It left only keywords, it's okay. So you're going to do that. Then when you are ready to awaken, you will feel, if you practice step 2 for 7 days, you will get the time. Oh, it's time to be awakened, because you're already used to that count 25. So it roughly takes about a few minutes. So to awaken, count from 1 to 3. Just 1, 2, 3, be awake. When we are going into relaxation, we count backwards. When we emerge from relaxed state, we count forwards. Okay, so this is what I'm sharing. After learning about hypnosis, it's not about controlling others' mind. It is about controlling our own mind. It doesn't mean that I'm very good at controlling my mind right now, because as you can see, I'm very nervous. I think that little boy is much better than I am. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Ms. Yap. All of you are still awake, not hypnotized. Okay, you are safe.